Good evening, students. In this video, you will learn about the array of the pointers. So this is our topic, array of pointers. Now, as you know, what is an array? Array is a collection of similar data type elements. And how we can declare an array? There is a number of ways by which we can declare the array of integers and array of floats. So first of all, I just want to discuss about here what is an array and how we can declare the array of integers and array of floats. Then we will discuss about the array of pointers. So let us start with the array of integers. So how we can declare? As you know, just we need to give here int, and then we can specify here a variable name. Suppose the variable name is here a, and then we can specify the dimension of the array. So this will declare an array of the name a with the 10 elements of type integer. That's why this is called array is a collection of similar data type elements. So in this case, all the elements means from starting from A0 to A9, all elements have the same type, and the type is integer. Now let us see, for example, if we will see in case of a memory location, how this array will be stored. So we can take an example here. Suppose we are taking in the 10 numbers. So just I am going to draw here. So you can say that this is an array in the memory and having the name a. So this is the name a array. But this one first cell, that means first memory cell, will contain A0 element. So we can point it out like this one. So this is your A0 element. Similarly, this one is A1 element. Similarly, this is your A2 element, and so on. And that will be goes up to A9 because it is started with the A0. So it contains total 10 elements, that is you are starting from the A0 to A9. So we have the 10 elements which can contains only integer type elements. Suppose element values like 13, 14, 67, 34, then only 9 it can contain. This is 67, then 89, 45, 87 and 90. So we have here the 10 elements of the same data type element. So this is your array of integers. Similarly, we can also declare array of float. So how we can declare? Same, we are taking just to replace this type. Suppose the type is now here the float. So this is your float. Then we can declare here the b and the value is 5. In case of an array of the integer, each of the A0, A1, A2 will take 2 byte space in the memory. So total it will take 20 bytes memory space. One more thing that need to be considered here, when you are going to declare an integer array, it takes contiguous memory allocation. Contiguous means if it is at index 0, the next will be at 1, then 2, then 3 and then up to 9. Similarly, in case of a array of the floats, the float always take 4 byte memory in the space. So when we will declare these array like B0, B1, B2, B3, B4. So from 0 to 4 it is total 5 elements. So it will take 20 byte space in the memory. So this was all about the array of the integers and array of the floats. Similarly, we can also declare an array of the pointers. Now what will be the array of pointers? So array of the pointers would be the collection of addresses because it is a pointer variable. As you know, what is the pointer variable? Pointer variable is a special variable which contains only the address of the another variable. So now we are going to declare the array of the pointers. That means an array of the pointers would be the collection of addresses, not single address. So it will contains the collection of addresses. The addresses which will be present, it can be address of the isolated variables or address of the array elements. So how we can declare this array of the pointers? So let us go back to our programming part and we will see how we can declare this with the help of an example program. So this is our hash include stdio.h. Then we are going to use the main function. So just declare here the void main function. Now we need to define the scope here. So scope is there. Now I am going to declare an array of the pointer of type integer. So this is your array pointer with the size I am defining 4. So this is an array of the integer pointers. Now what I am doing, I am just going to declare another variable, that is I equal to 31. Then I am just going to declare j equal to 5. Next k equal to 19. Then I am going to declare L equal to 71. And then finally I am declaring another variable M. Now I have already told you that the addresses that will be contained by this pointer array can contain the ordinary variable addresses or array addresses. So how we can do that? For example, this is your pointer array of 0 because it is a pointer variable. So the pointer can contain the address of the another variable. So I'm just going to define here the address of I. Similarly, I'm just going to taking another one. So this is another pointer variable and containing the address of another variable, that is your address of j. Similarly, we can take here address of 2 which can contain the address of another variable which is your k. Similarly, this is array of 3. This is another pointer variable which can contain the address of another variable, that is L. Now you can see that what we are doing here, we are just going to print the addresses of this one. So how we can print with the help of for loop. So I am just going to declare here the variable M. We have declared M and initialize with the 0, and then M is less than equal to 3, then M plus plus. Now we need to define the scope of the for. So this is the for loop scope. Then I'm just going to print f and then defining here %d and then /n. Then we are going to declare here the address. Sorry, we are going to declare here the value at this one. So this is your a. This is your array. With the help of array, we are going to declare. So this is your array M, and then this is braces and then clause. Now one most important thing that need to be considered here, you can see that this is your pointer variable and passing the M means that is your firstly the value will be here 0. So 0 is less than equal to 3. So it will take array of 0, and array of 0 is containing the address of I, and we are using here the operator value at. So value at array of 0. Array of 0 is a pointer variable which is containing the address. So firstly it will print the value 31 because at this address, because array of 0 is containing the address of I, and at the address of I value is 31. Similarly, next time M plus plus, that means M becomes 1. So now the value of ARRM will be AR1. Now it will value at AR1. So value at address of J. Value at J means that means value at address of J is 5. So similarly it will print firstly 31, then it will print 5, then it will print 19, then it will print 71. Now let us see to execute this program. Click to save this program and then build and run. So you can see that it is returning the output 31, 5, 19 and 71. We can also print the address of these variables. How we can print? With the help of like this one. This is your printf, then percentage u, and then we can use slash n, then comma, and then we can directly use array of m here. So it will print the address. Now click on the save button and then build and run. So you can see that firstly it is showing 31. This is the address of the 31, then 5, that is 92, and then address, then 88, then this is the address of this one. So by this way you can declare the array of the pointers here. Now I have already discussed, that means the array of pointers can contain the address of the isolated variable. So I can write here array of pointers can contain addresses of isolated variables. So in this example we have discussed about the array of the pointers which is containing the address of the isolated variables. You can see that these are the isolated variables. This is isolated means they are different variables: I equal to 31, j equal to 5, k equal to 19 and l equal to 71. Similarly, we can also pass array of a pointers which can contain the address of an array. So array of pointers can also contain addresses of array elements. Now come back to the again our program, and now we are going to create another program in which you will see how we can create. So we have taken another one. Now we are going to save it. This is array of pointers. So this is an array of pointer. Then save, click on the finish. Now this is our header file, hash include stdio.h. Then we are going to declare the main function. So this is our main. Now define the scope here. Now I am just going to declare here the array. So this is an array of integer a, and we can specify the elements here. Suppose I am specifying the elements like 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. Now terminator. Now what I am going to do, I am just going to declare the pointer variable. So this is our pointer array, pointer variable of the array. It can contain, this is your first array element, that is your a. Then it can contain directly next one, that is your a plus 1. Then it can contain a plus 2. Similarly, it can contain a plus 3, comma a plus 4. So we have total 5 elements with 0 to 4. 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now we can print out. So printf statement would be there. So in this printf statement, I just want to print the address. So this is your address of, this is your address of u, this is a percentage u, percentage d. Then we can also define the percentage d here. So we are just going to print here. Firstly I am going to print p. That means it will print here the p, and then it will print the address, then it will again print the address, and then finally value add. So this is star and then star of p. Now terminator. So just we have used this program, click save button and then build and run. So you can see that this is the output of this program. We can also use here the slash n here. So I'm just going to taken here slash n and then slash n here. Just click on the save and then build and run. So you can see that firstly it is printing the address, then another address, then it is printing the value of the first element, first array. So how it is working here, just let us see how we can take this one. So in this case, an array of the pointers containing the address of the other array's element. So this is star p, which is an array of pointers which is containing first one, that is your a, that means a it is containing, then a plus 1 it is containing, a plus 2 it is containing, a plus 3 it is containing, and a plus 4 is containing. That means it is containing the address of the array element. So this is an address of first element address, that is your 2 address, then this is your 4th address, then this is your 6th address, this is your 8th address, and this is your 10th element address. And then we are going to print the address of this p, that is your pointer variable address. So this is printing only the p address, and this is printing value at p. So value at p is containing the first array elements address, then it is pointing at value at p. So this is a star p, this is star p means that means value, this is value at p, and this is value at p. So value at p means that is pointing to a first array element, and that first array element is 2. So it is pointing to the 2. Now when we will execute it, so you can see the output is the first is your first address, then it is pointing second address, and then it is pointing to the value of 2. So first it is pointing to the pointer p, array pointer p address, then it is pointing to the first array element address, and then it is pointing to the, it is printing the value of at 6422016. So this was a program of using array of pointers.